Hey guys, what's up? It's Clary Berry. I'm here today to talk to you about the Mercury and Jupiter stationing direct on October 18th, 2021. So we've had this time period for, well, varying lengths of time here. We're not going to really get into it. You guys can look it up. You probably already know. We've been so trying to keep the peace, and, things might just be going wrong. We have to rebalance during these times. So Mercury retrograde and Jupiter retrograde, old issues might be coming up that we, thought that we already have dealt with. Why do we have to deal with these issues again? But it's a time to learn something at an even deeper level. It's a time to redo something, find a deeper level of truth, and see things in a new way. Because, it's necessary from time to time. So, again, focus is on balance, being tactful, and also with Jupiter and Aquarius, kind of that rebellious side comes in, that innovation, that humanitarian, wanting to do things in a very progressive and new way. So the interest has been kind of rebuilding, I guess you could say, at this time. But there's been issues, that get in our way of us being able to rebuild, our interest and get into these ideals and the projects that we have, and really a lot of it's to do with the understanding, of, what we want to do, where we're going, how we're feeling about, what we're thinking and what we're doing. All of it's tied together. So this is really important time. It's when you have not only Pluto stationing direct on October 16th, you have Saturn stationing direct on October 10th, and now we've got Mercury and Jupiter stationing direct on October 18th. This is a lot. It's radical, and it's a time where some of this negativity, some of these confusions, some of these rebalancings, these issues that we've been forced to deal with, forced to see in a new way, is going to be fading. And you gotta remember, our Mercury retrograde shadow period is only going to be for a couple of weeks, but we've still got Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter through January, basically. So for the shadow period, so through, until January, we're going to be having this less and less, issues, less and less, more of the balance that we want. And, it's going to change. Mercury's going to go, it's going to come out of Libra, but we'll get there when we get there. Right now, we're just going to deal with what we have. So, we might see that we're going to have, when Jupiter stationing direct, it's a whole new world. It's like you didn't know how big it could go. You didn't know how awesome it could be. Like even things that we've already started, and it's kind of like, I don't think I like this. And you realize, wow, I'm glad I get to do this, because I actually kind of like this. The optimism is going to rebound. The bad luck is going to be, turned into better luck, and our level of understanding about things, especially kind of, these issues around rebellion, humanitarianism, all of this stuff, these radical new progressive expressions are going to be amplified again at this time. So that's why it's always good for crypto, I think, to have all these planets coming out, especially in Aquarius. Yes, it's great. And I think personally, it's gonna bode pretty well for a lot of us too, especially if we're listening to the lessons. If you actually are doing the work, finding the truth, taking the time, you're not just binge watching shows all the time, hoping that your life's going to get better, but not really doing any work to make it actually get better. That's not going to help you. You're going to stay stuck if that's what you're doing. You're going to stay sad if that's what you're doing. But if you're doing the work, if you're finding the truth, pushing the envelope, allowing yourself to, yes, feel the feelings, dig down, dive into them, not in vain, not just to suffer like a fool, but to learn. We talk about, you have to get in there. If you have a wound that's infected, that's what these issues are. That's what these, we need to go in there, heal this inner child, right? So if it's a cut, if it's an infected wound, you got to get back in there. Even if it's already healed up, you got to dig it back up. It hurts. It sucks. You got to cut it out. You got to clean it out. You got to do whatever you got to do. You got to put your medication on it, bandage it up, leave it alone, give it time, make sure it heals, revisit it, make sure it's doing okay. make sure that it's healing the right way. And that's how we have to handle our emotional wounds from our childhood, from last week, all of it. All of it. So we do shadow work and we do inner child healing, and it really helps you to kind of have even more of the growth, optimism, luck, and understanding that can be coming to you. It's like sometimes you just don't, again, you don't even know how good it can get. So let's dive in, okay? We know we're going to be experiencing less issues, less communications, but with what? Aquarius, okay? Looking at your spirituality, less issues with your, trying to find this truth, this philosophies that you've been looking at. And that's how Mercury retrograde, it's going to help you. It's going to help you be able to express your spirituality, be able to express and understand your own philosophies of life in a more clear way than you maybe have in a really long time. Okay. And as far as Jupiter stationing direct, that is going to help you out with a boost in your attitude, more positive attitude. You're going to have luck, and, don't get too egotistical with all of the, greatness here, and new beginnings as well here. So you're going to have kind of, some good luck regarding new beginnings. It's a good time to start, new things at this time. And again, especially regarding your attitude about things and the way you look, the way you show yourself to people. So yes, kind of the more egotistical things, but again, you're finding a truth about it. So again, you can get deeper into that as well, into a better expression of yourself. And that is for Aquarius. So I'm like, I could go deeper, you guys, but really, and I'm going to bust out a program to get you guys back on the personal reading soon. Stay tuned for that. Let me know if that is something that you would be interested in, and I'll work on it faster. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start offering that because I've realized that these are just pretty broad and pretty vague, and they really do hit everybody differently. So looking at Pisces, we have the Mercury retrograde we're looking at more of like sex and change. So we're having less issues. If you're having any issues, with, and I think a lot of this has to do with assets at this point. The assets, the things that you have, the change that you've been wanting to make, with maybe some of the, the deeper things in life, like the things that you've always really wanted. Okay. This is less issues with those things, less issues with your assets, less issues with just making changes in your life in general. Okay. You're going to have success coming into your life when you're, giving back to others. Okay. And with kind of the underlying things the little things that make up every day, not the, it's the little things you can do for other people, the little pay it forwards, I think are going to bring great growth and luck. There's a lot of energy there that, is going to help you to get to the bottom of some things within your own heart and your own psyche, I think there. Okay. So go Pisces. So for Aries, we have, we're going to be having, again, kind of less of the miscommunication with the partners. Okay. More balanced. If you have issues with frenemies, relationships, it's like there's more grace coming in. Okay. Again, better communication. Some of the issues I feel like you've been having with your partners, whether it's love or whether it's business, probably looking like more like, emotional types of partners here. Yeah. Less issues, better thinking, clearer thinking, just less of a negative kind of in a funk attitude in general. Okay. And with, there's going to be a lot of great energy surrounding, when you are giving in this energy of protecting, this is like water protector energy coming through. This is like water protectors or protecting, the children or your, just any group or cause that is creative to you, where it gets, you really want to give to that cause. That's going to have, it's going to be a really good thing to, make some goals and to make some plans and take some action, see how you can, create, whether it's writing or speaking of some sort. Probably, how can you help out a cause using, those type of tools? And that is going to help amplify your life. That's going to help you grow more than anything right now, and is a really good idea to kind of follow your heart, let it out. Again, whether it's on paper, typing, however you're communicating, the best and the most, let it out. And, join those groups, share with like-minded people for a good effort, for a common cause. And you're going to be having, again, opportunities. You're going to be feeling good. Okay. A lot of growth, expansion, happiness, etc. So for Taurus, looking like maybe some issues, and focus just coming through with, your health and your body there. And our luck and our growth is going to be in career and long-term goals. So I think we talked about this before with something else, but yeah, Taurus really looking at, a long-term success, not looking at any kind of get rich quick schemes here. We're looking at these long-term goals of what you're going to do with your life. The more you can focus on that as a Taurus right now, the more kind of, again, growth and good luck you're going to have in your career. Focus on it, take those chances, take those maybe risks, and focus. And yeah, keep drinking that water, but maybe you'll be staying more hydrated here, and taking care of your body. It's like you might have been having mixed signals regarding your health, or giving off mixed signals regarding your health. You're going to just have, I think, more balanced health altogether here, and who doesn't love that? So for Gemini, the balance here is coming through with either romance or creativity, passion, play. Things are going to be a little bit more joyful, and just kind of, again, that lull maybe in romance or in self-expression. Like if you're an artist, maybe getting out of that writing block, getting over the issues. Okay. Could also speak to being like, just like getting mad about the writer's block and causing even more issues. Okay. And so we're really looking at, I'm going to take a clarifier here for this 5 of Pentacles, but our Jupiter here energy is focused on learning. It's focused on broadening those horizons majorly. And, it may, okay. We're learning lessons. I think this was our retrograde energy, and now we're kind of coming out of it. But the lessons are the key. The lessons, again, we have a tendency in Mercury retrograde to really stifle things and to push them down. And when issues happen, it's really like, hey, okay, we really need to pay attention to this now, because the universe has been trying to get our attention, or higher power, whatever, has been trying to get your attention on this for a while now. And you were just, too wanting to do things the way we've always done. You're so adamant, that you think you've got it all figured out, and you think you know the right way to go, but you basically led yourself into a ditch and lost your horse and broke your leg or lost your leg. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because we're still going to have this, everybody, we're going to have this outpouring of, again, like warmth and happiness and growth and optimism. And it's just going to hit you, like you're going to be able to see it. You're going to be able to have things coming together through, again, it's learning through action, big time. Okay. And through the things that you've been doing, you're learning so much more. And it's giving you a different outlook and a different goals, maybe a different way to, a different path to fulfillment, basically. Okay. So let's see. So that was Gemini. We have Cancer. Okay, less issues with family and home. Have we been having some issues with family and home, Cancers? Yes, we have. We're learning that our attitude is so tied in to what comes to us. Again, check out the holistic law of attraction. It is so important. Our own attitude attracts more issues if we're negative, and we're going to have less of that. Our issues are going to be, again, kind of clearing up our attitudes. Our emotional overload here is going to be easing up, and we're going to have better luck with our investments. Everything's going to be just flipping the switch, and it's going to be so different when it comes to, things like I'm getting like some mystery and some like sex issues, like there's growth in this area of your life. Okay. Like being a little bit mysterious. But also, money, love, sex, basically. Yeah. Better luck in those arenas as this energy is going to be fading from these retrogrades. Okay, so looking at Leo, we have mental functions and communication, way less issues with, any type of communication. Okay, any type of communication issues were getting messed up, and now we're going to be starting over on a new path. Okay. And just again, the way it's like maybe our emotions were getting in the way of clear thinking. And again, that's kind of going to be cleared up. Our emotions are going to be a little bit less getting in the way, you could say, at this time. So that's always good. See things a little bit clearly and be able to kind of go in. This really does always, of course, speak to shadow work here when you have these emotional beginnings through really going deeply, looking at the fears, looking at the judgments, looking at anything that is your shadow side expression and saying, why am I acting out like this? Why am I feeling this way? And I'll teach you in specifics how to do the shadow work over at the shadow work channel or playlist. If you don't see the shadow work, I'm pretty sure there's still a shadow work playlist. There's the inner child healing playlist too, which is everything holistic law of attraction, but specifically shadow work going to be really good there. So yeah, also with legal matters, with, partnerships, things like that. Partnerships here. Yes, absolutely. More growth and more luck progressively as we go through the year for Leos. Okay. So good deal. So for Virgo, the work habits, okay, less issues at work, less issues with the things at home, the habits, the everyday, of course, the Pentacles energy. I love it. Maybe less feeling, like you have to work 8 days a week, and less feeling like every time you turn around, the next thing is going to be breaking that you just have to fix. Okay, your possessions are going to be taken care of a little bit better. And as far as your health, it's going to be getting better. Okay, some of that healing that we've been doing, the healing is coming. The renewal it's coming here. It's going to get better. It's going to get better, you guys. Hang in there, okay? So for Libra, we're looking at, again, Libra, in Libra season with the Libra stellium, holy crap, just trying to keep the peace, and sometimes we forget about ourselves. So it's time for Libra to not feel bad about taking some time, taking some rest, to use those sick days, man, if you have to. Do it. It's okay, even if you're not sick, you just got to be selfish. You got to do that inner healing. You got to allow yourself to express your inner expression as well at this time. And that may be through looks at this time. This may be through, it could be your home, but it's more likely what you're wearing, what image, that you're trying to portray, or that you are portraying, is going to be, I guess less issues with that, you could say. Okay. Clearing up, any issues with looks and just new beginnings in general. You're going to have, better luck basically with new beginnings, better understanding of kind of your foundation, where you're going and where the new beginning is going to go. Also, we could be healing some of our love issues at this time. We might be, after taking this time, really with Jupiter. Okay, yeah. Like hanging out in a tree, just hanging out. Like things are maybe different things that are fun to you. Okay, you might be seeing things in a different way from some of this healing. But yeah, I think there's going to be some playfulness in the air for you progressively. It's a good idea to allow that side of yourself, that again, creative, fun, children play, side of yourself, just to do those things that you love, to be happy. Again, take the time to do the recreation that you love, basically. Okay. Allow yourself that at this time, and you will be progressively more able to do that through the rest of the year. Okay. So yeah, looking at Scorpio, we have, for Scorpio, we have, maybe some issues with closure, with endings, with, just the old age and and moving into to the next phase. Kind of, there's like been some issues with that, and also suppressing thoughts, limiting thinking. Doing shadow work is really important, really helpful at this time as well. And with our Jupiter energy, we're going to have, way better luck at home, the like patriarchal side that takes care of the women and the children and everybody, like that passed down heritage throughout the family. All of these are going to have better, just better luck, roots, home, family. It's going to be working out a little bit better for you, at this time for Scorpios. Okay. For Sagittarius, groups and, whatever those goals that you're really, a lot of social justice, humanitarian issues, you're going to be having a lot more success with those as we go on. You're going to be having a lot, the interest in those is going to be crystal clear. You're going to be able to speak your mind, to be able to have things. I think there's a lot of good luck, with this mental energy that you're putting into groups and, possibly here being a leader. This could be something that is more like in the community, like you are communicating in a way where, you are helping other people have, again, kind of this new, I don't want to say, awakening and understanding, but there's kind of a bringing together, of a family and groups. And again, justice, like all of this is going to be right where you want to be. And you're going to feel like you matter and like you're part of a group and like you're really changing something. And it's almost like you're really helping, not necessarily in a religious way, but like you're helping your community by being a leader. So that's pretty cool for Sag there. Okay. So for Capricorn, we have, the issues might have been with, are like portraying the, type of success that we wanted or achieving it or, portraying it, the image that we want to portray to others. And I think also just following, the truth and following the guides that we want, following the right, having the right role models and having the right goals, and listening to the right people. A lot of this has to do with, are you getting your news from the right sources? Are you doing the right things? And I think there's been issues with that. But now it's like you're going to be able to cut through that. You're going to be able to know easily, more clearly, is this an authority that I should listen to or not? And, there's like self-esteem when you're looking at the way that you make yourself feel better. And this could have to do with like spending money and the things that you buy, like your actual material possessions, the things that you have, how you use those, what you do with those. There's going to be a lot of luck kind of in the monetary energy and just in the way, again, that you kind of feel about yourself and your future and the way you feel about the things that are around you. So yeah, it's a lot. And again, it's kind of broad to do all of these signs at once. But, the issues that we might have had within some of these, and, if it doesn't resonate with your sun sign, you can always try your ascendant sign. Sometimes those actually work better for looking into things like this. So yeah. Let the problems fade away. Be thankful. But again, don't be glossing over anything, because we really do have an opportunity to make life better than we even imagined by the changes that we're making. So it's paying attention to the shadow, and it's going to guide us to the truth. And it's going to change the way, the outlook that we have on life. Okay, and Jupiter in general, we're overcoming a lot of dogma, overcoming a lot of kind of patriarchal types of energies out there in the world. And we're dealing with those, and we're definitely, not going to be done again dealing with those this week after these station directs. Again, these are energies that are with us for the year and into January, and just kind of slowly fading away, but they're going to help us see things in new ways. They're going to help us act in new ways. Everything's changing. We've got so much going on, but again, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be healing. It's going to be a lot of change. Okay? But it'll be a fun ride. And it can be, again, it might be easier. It might be a little bit easier from here on out. So if you're having issues in any of the areas that we talked about today, just know it should be getting better. It really should be. And entering some new cycles, again, new ways of seeing things can change everything. So do the healing, do the shadow work. It's coming through really strong. Okay? Much love, many blessings. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye.